Tammy, you mentioned Fauda. Just interesting, the latest season has actually become a massive hit in the Arab world, which helps to lead into my next question, which is how much of the embassy's programming is directed toward Jewish audiences and how much toward general audiences?
The public diplomacy is in charge of, yeah, as we are starting to find out, a lot of different groups and divisions within the public. What is, the public, the citizens, U.S. Americans, etc. But definitely one of our main jobs, and I see it as definitely a category all on its own, and takes up a big chunk of my day, and happily so, is the Jewish community in the U.S. and the different Jewish organizations, on all the different rainbow and platform of, from very Orthodox and religious to Reform to modern to any type, to those who don't affiliate, is a big part of our work here. And I really see that in the base of our work, and one of our important goals is, again, I mentioned dialogue, I mentioned connections and cooperation. So on any level with the Jewish community here, because I feel that the Jewish community in Israel, or the Israeli Jewish community, has a lot to learn and find out and work with the American Jewish community. And I feel that also the American Jewish community is not aware, and it's hard to be when you're not living there and are not there, of all the different also categories and innuendos and issues that are relevant to the Israeli Jewish community. So I think doing our part in bringing these communities closer together and understanding each other more and feeling or living what the other is living, I think is one of our definitely the main goals of public diplomacy.
And how does your approach differ, if at all, when geared to different audiences?
We try, definitely now with the webinars, again, we see it more clearly, but in general, we do try to fit or shift. It's not necessarily the messaging, but our working with the different communities. On the one hand, we have our platforms, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, that we can't, I can't make 3 posts about the same thing in order to, have different communities read it. So there we have to be more general. But when we approach the different communities, we definitely approach them by offering them different cultural events or different speaker series or different issues to each and every group. I can talk to you about the events we have coming up now as examples. We have 2 lovely events that I'm very excited about. The first one is actually this Friday. Every year, and this is the 18th year, so it's the Chai year, we're having an event. It's not an open event, but an event for a solidarity event with Israel for the Christian communities. So, of course, our messaging and, we focus a lot on Israel's history and Jerusalem's history and things that are more archaeological discoveries, etc. When we approach these. We will have, and it's Ramadan, it's the month of Ramadan, and I'm hoping to have something with a speaker or perhaps something for during this Ramadan month. So of course the person I will bring to speak or whatever we come up with will be different than what we're doing for the Christian solidarity. We have, as I said, first responders are first responders. If we're doing something for the cultural world, we'll do it, we'll message or work accordingly. We're doing this month, we're doing lots of things about higher education and academia. One, because I think this is an issue that the whole world is feeling, where universities, colleges, different research institutes had to close down due to the coronavirus. So it's really not an Israeli issue. How do we get these institutions up and running again? How are we getting students back on campuses? Are we getting students back on campuses? Maybe we need to rethink the way the higher education world is working. So we're definitely going there. So we're approaching specific and targeted audiences. So again, our voice, the issues we present will be different.